to keep it going with Dr. Will Cole, leading functional medicine expert, New York Times bestselling author, and host of the Art of Being Well podcast. Give it up for Dr. Will Cole.
Yeah, I think so. What's up, Michigan? Man, this is a blessing to be a part of this, isn't it? A time like this. I am Will Cole. I started the first functional medicine telehealth center over 15 years ago at this point. Because of this, I've had the unique and rare opportunity to help people around the world reclaim their health. People from all walks of life struggling with autoimmune, metabolic, hormonal, fertility, and mental health issues. We have to realize that just because something's common doesn't make it normal. Just because some things are everyday doesn't mean we should settle for it. A staggering 1 in 5 American children, that's 15 million kids, have a diagnosable mental, emotional, or behavioral disorder. Common, not normal. It's estimated that the average young adult today has the same level of anxiety and depression as the average psychiatric patient had in the 1950s. Common, not normal. It's estimated that we have about 3 times, the average person has 3 times the chance of being diagnosed with an autoimmune disease than that same age group had then in just the 1980s. Common, not normal. We talked about the rise of metabolic disease. Type 2 diabetes was called what? Adult onset, right? Now an increasing number of young adults have massive metabolic problems. Just because it's our everyday doesn't mean we should settle for it. Am I right? Yes. To the corporate leaders at Kellogg's. Corporations are made up of people. People with families. Families with these same health issues. Because chronic disease doesn't care how much is in your bank account. So much so that I would venture to assume that the average person at the top of Kellogg's doesn't often buy or feed their family the cereals they're putting in the grocery aisles. Would you assume that? Because they know what's in those foods. But many Americans, millions of Americans, don't know. You all know, but you all have friends and family that just don't know because they've been systemically marketed to and lied to and sold addictive foods for themselves and their children. And even if they did know better, they're struggling to afford real food. To the mainstream media and social media algorithm curators that are watching this and will watch this on replay, you are complicit in all of this. Instead of speaking the truth, instead of advocating for the American people, of speaking truth to power and respecting free speech, you censor and spin the truth to protect the system that is perpetuating these atrocities. Am I right? Start to earn back the respect of the American people by allowing diversity of thought to flourish again. To Washington, our leaders in Washington, the things you should be protecting us from, you protect it instead. To the things that would protect us, you demonize and want us to fear.
Let's go!
During the pandemic, you shut down small businesses. You locked down the people over a virus that killed a fraction of the people that die every single year from the chronic diseases that are fed by the food and the pharmaceuticals that you shove down our throats. To the American people, vote with your wallet. Vote in this upcoming election. Because we cannot depend on multinational corporations and the government to care more for our health than you do. To those who've been systematically medically gaslit with chronic diseases, you're not crazy. You know your body. You're not alone. If the American government, if the media aren't going to be honest and protect the American people, then we will. Now we have power. You okay, buddy? Now we have powerhouse voices in Hollywood shedding light on our cause, like the Kardashians. Kim Kardashian gets people free that are unjustly put in prison because they were unjustly put in reforming criminal justice. Well, we're here to free the American people from the bondage of chronic disease. Reforming the food industry, reforming the health industry, one toxic ingredient at a time. Getting healthy on our own terms is a radical act today in a system that feeds its own health problems. But there is a peaceful revolution of ideas here today from a growingly informed populace looking for the whole truth and nothing but the truth for their health. The most dangerous kind. Thank you all.
And they're not really, we aren't communities like we once were, but I think this is a testament to it's still there. It's still there. And we can use the best of social media to connect people and bring people together. And this is a positive, peaceful revolution of ideas that people just want better for our food. Just the basic things. Yes, because we are making a point. We're making a point. And this isn't done. This isn't done here. The point that we're trying to make here is that we, in America, have the highest rate of chronic disease. We spend the most on healthcare than any industrialized nation, yet we have the most chronic disease in the shortest lifespan. And we have massive epidemic rises of behavioral issues, autoimmune problems, metabolic issues. We have to do something different to see something different. And Kellogg, I get it. They are a massive Titanic ship. But it's time to pivot. It's time to evolve. It's time to do the right thing. And I honestly believe that their sales will soar when they do so. That people will want to support companies that do the right thing, and better late than never. So I feel like we're making headway, and this is just the next step. We need to vote with our wallet. We need to not be buying Kellogg's, and most people here aren't purchasing Kellogg's anyways. We need to tell our friends and families who are that the bare minimum of what the United States deserves, especially our children, is the removal of artificial dyes and BHT preservative from our cereals. That's the minimum of what we should do, and support brands that are doing the right thing. Support better for you options out there. Thanks so much.